Real estate coach Craig Proctor, thank you very much for joining me. Hey, interesting topic here today. We're going to talk about how to get rich selling real estate. No, seriously, we're going to talk about how to scale your business like Millionaire Agents. There's actually a formula to do this. Think about this. Everything you want to do in real estate is already successfully being done by thousands of Craig Proctor members that I coach and I've worked with for a number of years. So there's a formula to it, and I want to lay that out for you and show you how these millionaire agents do it. The first thing that's vitally important is that you have to create an abundance of business. Well, that makes common sense, right? You can't grow your business without having an abundance of it. So how do we do that? We certainly don't do it using traditional marketing techniques. The first thing that we want to teach you is we want to teach you smart, modern marketing that attracts, sifts, and sorts the prospects. You see, to grow a successful business, you have to figure out lead generation. You cannot be doing what you're doing now. You have to understand what the millionaire agents are doing. Okay, now that doesn't mean you need to start off with a lot of money, by the way. That's a misconception. Oh, the reason I'm not a millionaire agent is because I don't have all this money to invest in marketing and such. And it doesn't cost nearly as much as what you may perceive. In fact, when agents work with me in the beginning, I teach them really easy and inexpensive techniques. Here's what's really different about Craig Proctor marketing. Instead of advertising just your listings, we're advertising something that everybody wants. Now, let me explain what I mean by that. What we're taught to do when we get into real estate is we're taught to advertise two things. Thing number one that we're taught to advertise is our listings. Well, let's talk about what's wrong with that. As you've probably discovered, when you're advertising your listing has very narrow appeal. That means the vast majority of buyers that call you about your listing, when you're talking to the buyer and describing all the features of your property, probably 90% of them say that's too big, it's too small, it's in the wrong location or whatever. And when they disqualify the house, they also disqualify you. Have you ever noticed that? So certainly when you're offering a specific listing, like if it's a 3-bedroom home, that's too small, they want a 4-bedroom home, you're advertising something that has tiny, narrow appeal. Now, step out of real estate for a minute. Let's say that you owned a retail store. Would you rather stock the shelves inside your real retail store with items that everybody wanted, right? Something that had universal appeal, or would you prefer to stock the shelves inside your store with items that hardly anybody wants? So this is what's wrong with just advertising your listings. Now, I'm not suggesting that you don't advertise your listings. I'm just saying if you want to create a $1 million millionaire real estate business, just advertising your listings is not going to do it. You need to learn what it is that buyers and sellers really want. And then you've got to offer that and make it easy and non-threatening for the prospects to get it. Okay, so let me repeat this again. Salespeople advertise what they have, right? You're advertising your listing. But great marketers understand what it is that buyers and sellers want. They offer what buyers and sellers want. So buyers and sellers come to them. Okay, let me repeat it again. Salespeople try to sell what they have. Marketers try to offer what it is that buyers and sellers want. And there's a tremendous difference. So the first thing I teach realtors is how to do this. And there's inexpensive ways, including like even free ads on Facebook Marketplace, a $10 a day budget on Facebook, doing a little bit of direct mail. There's very inexpensive ways. I have created more millionaire real estate agents than any other coach, trainer, or guru. Now, I'm saying I created them. Okay, this is an important point. They're not coming to me already making millions of dollars, although some of them do. Most of the realtors coming to me are struggling. They're making 30, 40, 50, under $100,000 a year. And that's why they're so grateful, because I'm taking agents that are struggling in the business and I'm showing them how to make millions of dollars a year. So step number one in building this millionaire real estate business is understanding smart, modern marketing. I'll never tell you to go make cold calls. Never told you to knock on doors or beg your friends and family for referrals or sit in open houses or do floor time or buy leads, spending all this money on scraped leads that are basically, they don't want to hear from you. And you know buyers and sellers are not picking up the phone. They're ignoring that approach. So it seems silly to keep using the same approach, but somehow expecting a different or better result. So I'm glad you're with me here today. You want to find a mentor, whether it's me or somebody else, that actually got rich selling real estate. A lot of these coaches and gurus are failed realtors, or they never sold real estate at all. Hey, if I want to climb the top of Mount Everest, I want to find somebody that's done the climb before, right? I'm looking for a guide that's been up that mountain, hundreds of times. I don't want a guide that read about how to climb to the top of Mount Everest in a book, okay? You want somebody that's been in the trenches, that understands effective direct response marketing. So now you've got this overflow business. Okay, now, the way you're positioned with the Craig Proctor system is way better, because if you can get buyers and sellers chasing you, as you can see, you're far better positioned than you chasing them. So this whole positioning of getting them to come to you, with the Craig Proctor system, again, you're never going to make an outbound call, okay, to a prospect. We're getting them to call you. And it's important that we show you how to generate an abundance of business so that you actually have too many buyers and sellers, like more buyers and sellers than you could possibly work with. And some realtors will say, well, why would I want more buyers and sellers than I could possibly work with? Well, because you want to have the luxury of choice. How many of you would agree that some buyers are better than other buyers, right? And some sellers are better than other sellers. There are prospects that right away, are going to be difficult to work with, right? They fight you all the way through the process, and they're very difficult. If you want to get rich selling real estate, you want to work with the best prospects. That's how I became successful. I didn't have to work with all the buyers and sellers. I could choose the very best ones. You would do the same thing, right? If you had too many buyers and sellers and you could get up every day and you could say, well, look, since I can't work with them all, and I've got this luxury of choice that Craig's describing, I would choose to work with the most motivated, the most sincere, the most ready to act buyers and sellers in my database. Okay, now we're going to take this to the point where you've got so much business coming in now that you personally can't handle it. And then we teach you how to build your team. Before we get to the team part, though, all these leads that you generate need to be followed up. So we've created what we call our automated omnipresent follow-up system. Okay, so this is where once they fall into your marketing, they're going to see you everywhere. Okay, and the biggest battle that many of you are fighting is obscurity, right? People can't do business with you if they don't know who you are. So we generate the lead. We create this omnipresence follow-up system. We coach you up on what an awesome listing presentation and buyer presentation should look like, right? Because you could generate the lead and then blow it because you don't follow up with them, or even go out on a listing appointment and they don't list with you, they list with another real estate agent because the benefits in your presentation aren't strong enough. You know you've got a really good presentation when at the end of the presentation, the seller says to you, where do I sign? If you're faced with all kinds of objections, right? If you have to be an arm twister, it simply tells us your presentation just isn't strong enough. Now, I have a gift for you today on team building. For those of you that would like this, forgive the toners a little out on my printer, but I want to give you this. It's the 9-step system to designing your real estate team. And this is everything that you need, okay, to grow your team. How many of you would like this? I'm going to go through a little bit of this, but if you want this free report, all you have to do is type into the comments below, free gift. So go ahead and do that now. Type in free gift, and I'm going to get you this 7-page report on the 9-step system to designing your real estate team. So here's some of the things that we teach you. First of all, there's 9 steps, okay? There's 9 steps that we're going to walk you through. One of the things that we do is, in step number 1, is we determine personality profile. So we have you take a personality test. We know what you're strong at. We know what your weaknesses are. Now we teach you to go out there and hire people that are strong in the areas that you're weak, right? There's no sense in you hiring somebody that's just like you because you want somebody that's going to do the work that you're not going to do. You're going to be the rainmaker. You're only going to be working on the high impact activities. If I was to follow you around all day long, I would probably catch you doing a whole bunch of things that you shouldn't be doing, right? If you want to make $1 million a year as a realtor, you can't be running around doing $12 an hour work, right? You can't be running around taking pictures. I used to be the only one in the world I thought that could take a picture or get the keys cut or install the key box or put the signs up. You shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be doing the paperwork. We teach you how to delegate all of the lower income activities so you can start to make more money. So one exercise here, this is a really good one. What I ask you to do is I ask you to write down what you do all day long. Do you see that? Write down what you do, and to the right of that, what that would be worth per hour. Okay, so let's say it's pulling listings off the MLS. Well, if you weren't doing it, you could probably hire somebody for $12 or $15 an hour to do that. Running around with paperwork, getting keys cut. So we get you to write down what you do all day long, and then we get you to identify what you should be doing and what should be delegated. Does that make sense? And now it's a matter of, well, who should I hire first and when? Who should I hire second and what do they do? Well, I've created all the contracts for that. Okay, we have an organizational chart. Okay, that's what we call an organizational chart. That's you in the middle. You're the rainmaker. But notice there's office manager, bookkeeper. So right now, you're doing all of these things. So we're going to teach you to grow your business with lead generation. So now you've got all of these leads and all of these appointments to the point where you say to yourself, I can't do this. How many of you are there right now? Type into the comments if you're already at this point where I can't do it all. You know, you're working way too many hours every week. Remember, we got into real estate because we wanted freedom. What is freedom? Freedom is more money and more time. Unfortunately, for the few real estate agents that become successful income-wise, they give up their entire life to real estate. It doesn't have to be that way. Remember, I work with real estate agents that are making millions of dollars a year. One of my students for 14 years is Sarah Reynolds. Sarah Reynolds is in Northern Virginia. She's the #1 Keller Williams agent in the world. Last year, she made over $2 million every month. Now, she has a team. You could say, well, that's not fair. She has a team. Of course she does. But even if she kept a fraction of the $2 million in commission every month, she's good. How would you like to learn how to do what she's doing? I'm the one that taught her how to do it, and I can teach you how to do it as well. So if you request this gift, this is a gift I'm giving you. I want you to understand how to do this. And then I would like to coach you up and show you step by step how to build this thing up so you too can have a millionaire real estate business. So we give you all the steps to grow your team. We talk about how to profile your personality and everybody that you hire. We have the contracts. Okay, what about the onboarding? There are certain steps that you'll need to learn. You're not going to learn them overnight. And I'm not suggesting in any way that you're going to run out there and hire a whole bunch of people. You do it one at a time. Who should I hire first? What do I get him to do? If that works, your business starts to grow even more. Then who do I hire second? Who do I hire third? Over time, you're slowly backing yourself out of your real estate business until guess what happens? It's an actual business, right? The definition of a business is a business runs on its own, right? It shouldn't involve you. Right now, for many of you, you have a job, right? That's why you can't go on vacation, because you are your business. It's a job. It totally depends on you. And if it depends on you, you can't scale it up. You can't make it really big, and you're never going to have that freedom. So all of you should be interested in how to go from being a solo agent that has a job, which by the way is not a good job because you're on call 7 days a week, always, right? Forever until you get tired. Where if you have a team, you can leverage this out, you can scale it beyond you, and you can start to slowly back out. Maybe, instead of working 50 hours a week, all of a sudden you're working 40 hours a week. or 30 hours a week, and then 20 hours a week. And then eventually you can do what I've done, and you can do what thousands of Craig Proctor millionaire agents do, which is slowly back out until this machine runs on its own. Okay, for example, I was able to move to Florida, and I lived on an island, had a boat. I lived there for 3 years, and my real estate business kept chugging along. I was the number one RE/MAX agent in the entire world, and I wasn't even in my marketplace. I was living my life. Isn't that what you guys want? You need someone to teach you how to do it. Now, you got lots of choices, okay? Number one, you could try to figure it out on your own. Number two, you get somebody to help you. So if you're going to get someone to help you, the person who helps you, like the coach, the person, is really, really important. Do you want somebody that's actually climbed the mountain, that spent 20 years doing this, or do you want somebody that's kind of failed at real estate and they thought, well, you know what, I'm not very good as an agent, maybe I'll be a coach. Or maybe they've never even had a real estate license. I won't name names, but there's many of these big name coaches that never ever got rich selling real estate. How is somebody that's never got rich selling real estate going to show you how to do it? Right? It'd be like me saying, I'm going to be a coach for heart surgeons when I've never even been a doctor. So look, if you're interested, make sure you type in free gift. Now, if this resonates with you, how many of you would like to book a free call with me? Okay, if you'd like to book a free call with me and my team, if someone could type in Proctor Call, so my name, proctorcall.com, if you can type that into the comments, proctorcall.com, it's a clickable link, and you can book a day and a time that works for you. What we'll do is we'll talk about where you are in your business and what you're doing, and we'll give you some free advice on how to get started with this, okay? How to scale your business and have the kind of business that you really want, a business that serves your life, okay? Instead of a business that shuts out all the light in your life. It's very possible. It's done by thousands of agents. If you're a good copier, if you can copy, you will succeed with this. Remember, everything you want to do in real estate has been done by me and thousands of other Craig Proctor members. So book a call with my team. It's free. At the end of the 45-minute call, you might say, hey, you know what? I really like this. This makes total sense. I would like to work with Craig longer term. I would love that. Or at the end of the call, you might say, you know what? It's not for me. You get to keep all the information we shared with you and just keep doing whatever you want to do. Now, another thing I have for you, so proctorcall.com, go there, book that call now. We only have about 8 spots left this week, so go do that. Also, if you would like to be part of my private Facebook group, right now, we are live on my business page. But all the magic happens inside my private Facebook group. I've got about 6,000 top realtors. These are millionaire realtors from all over North America inside the private Facebook group. If you would like an invitation, type into the comments below private group. Okay, type into the comments below private group, and we'll send you an invitation and get you behind the curtain inside the walls of the Craig Proctor private Facebook group. So again, private group, we'll get you in there. We'll get you started with this. I want to introduce you to Millionaire Agents. Okay, I want you to start talking to people that are doing what you're doing. Here's my goal. I want you to start thinking thoughts that you're not thinking. I want you to start talking to people that you're not talking. I want you to start doing things that you're not doing. We'll lay it all out. We'll explain it to you. And all you have to do is take the first step. So I hope you enjoyed our session here today. Let me know if you enjoyed it. If you make sure also that you like this, give me a little blue thumbs up, maybe press on the heart, like this, okay? Turn on notifications so you get all of my content as I go forward. And if you know another realtor that would benefit from what we talked about today, share it. Just click on the share button, share it, maybe share it with your broker. Your broker wants to help the agents in the office. So thank you very much for being with us here today. Best of luck. I hope to see you on the other side. Remember, proctorcall.com. Book your call now. Take care. Thanks for watching. This is Real Estate Coach Craig Proctor. Hi, this is Craig Proctor. Hey, I really hope you enjoyed that video. And listen, I've got a lot more information for you to help you grow your real estate business. You see, several times a week, I record new videos and I load them onto this YouTube channel. What I'd like you to do, if you'd like to access them, are 2 important things, and both are totally free. Number 1 is I'd like you to subscribe to this channel. You're going to see a little subscribe button for you to click on. And if you don't already have an account with YouTube, it's free for you to set it up. It's really easy, it's free, but you've got to subscribe to this channel. And the most important thing is to ring the little bell right next to the subscribe button. And that's going to let you know every time I load new money-making videos to help you grow your real estate business. So make sure you subscribe right now, you ring the little bell, and we'll see you on the next video.